Well, my cruise control in the Jimmy doesn't work, and I've narrowed it down to bad switch. If you look right here, and I think this is a common problem. Let's see if I can pull the wire out enough. Well, you can't see it, but the wires get frayed. It's got 4 little bitty wires that right there come out of here, go into the steering column, run all the way down, and plug into the cruise control box. I've got a spare one. I've already swapped it out and I didn't fix it, so pretty sure it's a switch here. So I got on eBay $20 for a brand new one. I think it's a Dorman. So we'll be swapping the old one for the new one. Now the most difficult thing about this is that wire right here runs all the way down the steering column. So on the other end of it, you got to get a piece of wire or string or something and tie onto that wire, so when you pull this wire, when you undo it here, pull that up, it fishes this wire through, and then you tie this end on to the wire and you pull the new wire back through the steering column. So I can get better access, I'm going to take this off, then take the air vent tube that runs over to this vent, take that out, and take this off. That'll give me access to the bottom of the steering column right here, which is where the wire comes out. Okay, here's the delay wiper control box, or module, or whatever you want to call it. I've got a bad connection on this thing because my delay wipers don't work. I can wiggle the plug and they start working, so I need to take these plugs off, clean them up real good, and put them back on. While I've got all this apart, here's the cruise control wire. Here's the plug. Let's see if I can get the plug undone. Okay, there it is. That's the control box for the cruise control. This is one that I swapped in from my 86, and it didn't work. So that's what makes me think that this is bad. Plus I saw the frayed wires. And it goes into the steering column. Right, you can see it right there. And it goes up that little plastic tube. So straighten this wire up, and I will tie on this piece of wire. It's got a hole in there, it's just perfect. And this is just a piece of speaker wire. I stranded one side of the speaker wire off, and it's solid core speaker wire, so it worked good to, be able to bend it and wrap it. Just what I had handy. So I'm gonna twist this around, and I'll put a little piece of tape around it and pull it up. We got that piece ready. Now for this, all you gotta do is just pull it out. Just pull straight out. And so we will, as we're pulling here, we'll kind of fish the wire down there. Make sure it doesn't get caught up trying to go in the tube. So I'm going to have to put the camera down so I can get it lined up going into that tube. It won't fit through the tube, but the tube pulls out and it's open on one side. So what you do is you just pull it out, slip the wire out of there, And then when you get your new wire in, you slip it over the new wire and push the tube back up in there. You'll want your steering column straight, not tilted for this. So we're pulling it through. Kind of got it hung, so we'll pull back, pull forward, see if we can get it unhung. What I ended up doing is I kind of wrapped all of it in tape, because the other one had a big bump right here that I think was getting caught, so when I covered it with tape and made it smooth, it slipped right through. So now we've got this end of it, got this end, we'll tie in the new one right here and pull it back the opposite way. And the new one both have a hole in here. It works perfect, and I'm sure that's what it's for putting your wire through. And then we'll just bend it and wrap it and tape it and pull it through. Got it all taped up, so let's pull it through. Stuck, so I'm going to pull the camera down. Now that was pretty easy. It got stuck a little bit, but you know, pulling it back and forth, it made its way through. So now we'll just slip this plastic tube on here. Pushing the tube up in there. Perfect. And that's about where it was. Pull the excess wire back. Make sure we Alright, now I just gotta plug it in. I think we've got some excess wire bunched up in there. Let's see if we can move the tube back down. Okay. Tube up in there. Plug it in. You got it inserted in there. When you put it in, make sure you've got this notch here. You've got a notch here, a notch here. Let's see. Yeah. 3 notches to line up. Make sure you line them all up when you're inserting it down in there, and it just pushes down in there. And I left just enough to give it just enough wire up here to give it a little room.